My name is Cindy, and I've been cleaning houses professionally for 30 years, and I see people making the same mistakes over and over again. It's not only damaging their floor, but it's hurting their body. And this is why they're complaining all the time. Oh, mopping hurts my back. Yeah, because you're doing it wrong. Show you these common problems and how to fix them. And stick around to the end because I got a mop saving back tip for you that's going to help make mopping easier. One of the most common things I see about people mopping is they're totally mopping wrong and it's really hurting their backs. It's not because of the actual action of mopping, it's how you're mopping. So we can always replace our floor if we're damaged it, but you cannot replace your back. So this is one of the most important things I believe in to learn how to mop correctly. Most people are mopping like this. That is no way, absolutely no way to mop is with a slumped posture. This is no wonder it's killing your back. It's this posture right here. You're supposed to pretend that your back is straight like this. Let me give you the mopping technique. You have one hand at the top of your pole. You have another hand down below. So you go up, side, up, side, up, side. Now I'm going to turn around so you can watch the posture of my back when I'm doing this. You can see when I mop with the up-down motion that my back stays totally straight. Say the grain is this way and your wall is this way. You want to just do this, like this. Now your back stays straight, but your arms are doing the work, okay? Two arms, so say you're saying, well, hey, Cindy, sometimes I need to scrub like this. Well, first of all, if there's a really bad spot, just soak it a little bit. Take a little wet paper towel or dishcloth that's a little damp and place it on top of the spot. That way it gets kind of soft and you can soak it up. If it's something hard on the floor and you feel the need to go like this, okay? Well, after you've soaked it, this is two-hand pressure right here. This pressure is going down and this is going down. So that's a lot of pressure right there with a straight back, okay? There is no need to go like this, okay? So just go like this to mop with a straight back. Arm gets tired. I do this sometimes when my arm gets tired. I put the pole right here, okay? I wrap my arm around it like this and kind of brace it right here on my shoulder, okay? And I just go side to side like this. I kind of use the pressure against my shoulder and this arm. It kind of takes some of the relief off like this. So you can certainly do that. One thing to note, one thing to pay attention is how you're holding your back, but also if your elbows go past your knees, you're slumping. So always make sure your elbows are kind of straight, aligned with your knees. And if that's the case, you know that you're mopping straight up. So if your elbows ever go past your knees, you're slumping. So let me show you another tip is your pole. If you notice, these are taller poles. And even if you're short, the taller pole is really going to help your posture as well. I'm going to link these below and or in the video so you can check out the longer poles. But this is the original O-cedar pole. You can see it's quite a bit shorter, and this will cause you to slump as well, having a short pole. Look, my hand's right at the end, okay? So really a long pole is going to really make a huge difference, even if you're not tall. It doesn't seem like much, but it really does make a huge difference when your pole is longer, and you'll be mopping faster too. Common mistake number 2 is using too much cleaner. Look, when you use too much soap, 1, you're wasting money. 2, the residue stays on your floor and that attracts dust and dirt faster. So definitely use the right amount of soap. Here's the problem I see is that Different cleaners use a different amount. Different mop buckets use a different amount. So say that most of the time we're going to use the same cleaner, the same mop bucket over and over. Figure out your ratios that you use, and then you mark it on your cup, mark it on your bucket. Here's what I do. I have a little printer, so you can put this on your bucket. Tablespoons of Castile soap for the mop solution. So you can either put it on your Castile soap, you can put it on the mopping soap bucket, or you can even put it on the measuring cup. In this case, I'm just going to put it right here on my mop bucket. That way I always know 2 tablespoons of Castile soap for this mop bucket. And if you're not able to do it and somebody else mops in your home, they have the exact measurements right here. This is going to save your floor from getting dirty too fast, and this is going to also save your cleaner and help anyone that is going to help you mop. They're going to know exactly what to do. They also have these really convenient packs that are pre-measured like this, and you just drop them in. These are really nice to use as well if you don't want to have the configuration problem and print out a label that is going to help everyone. They both work. You just got to find the right solution for your home. The third problem I see is mopping water. People need to use very little water. It needs to be wrung out really well. You know, think of it as damp mopping, not wet mopping. It doesn't matter if you have a hardwood floor, a tile floor, a vinyl plank floor. They turn out best the less water you use. You just want it damp enough to wet the floor to remove the dirt. And don't use super hot water either. If you really feel the need to use hot water, go for a steamer that are specially made for floors. Don't use hot water in your bucket. Wring out the water as much as you can and just damp mop the floor. You're going to get a better mopping result. You're not going to have streaks. And flooring, vinyl plank, hardwood flooring, and even tile, water could seep underneath, and it does because I see it a lot, and cause a lot of damage. And for that bonus tip, I'm going to tell you, this is going to not only save time from walking back and forth to your mop, but also is going to save your back, is using a trolley. Now, this little trolley has been a game changer for me. It helps save time so much, and definitely your back. I think mop buckets should already have wheels on it, but for some reason they don't do it. But I use this so much to carry heavy objects around my house, like plants and stuff, and it does work for the spin mop. As you can see, it doesn't tip, and it can be used for so many places around the home, and it's definitely a back saver. Really hope that y'all got some helpful tips out of today. And if you learned one thing from me, just try to work on that posture when you're mopping. It takes a little practice because we've made habits in slumping while we mop. And once you fix that slumping, you will see a huge difference in your back. That's it for this week. Happy cleaning, and I'll see you next week. Bye.